Happy Friday, everybody. I am Matt Morrison here on another episode of Talk More with Matt Morrison, of course. I have East Liverpool head coach in here with me today, Nate Conley. Coach, thanks for coming in here. I know you're on a tight schedule, so we'll get right on into things. How about this run you guys are putting together? Pretty cool. I've been following you guys here and there, and during the season I was following you, and I know there was a point where you guys lost three or four in a row and you guys just snapped out of it. That's definitely behind you guys. Look at you now. You got a spot in the district championship game. How does that feel to be on a part of a team that can just turn things around so quick?
Yeah, I mean, we lost four in a row during the middle of the season, but we knew that was coming. Not the losses, but we knew that part of the schedule was coming. We went to Wheeling Lindsley, to Wheeling Park. We've had to go to Warren Harding, to Alliance. So I mean, those four teams are good,
Yeah. Yeah.
like real good, and our players knew it. And we actually competed well in all the games.
Hmm.
I watched Alliance play that game last night, which was a terrific game. But I watched it on YSN.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
overtime game.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were right there with them. We played well. We were without some guys. We've had a weird year. We've had, two or three guys have played all the games. We haven't had our starting lineup, for since December. But we've had some young guys step up. We're young. We're young. We play a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. We have one senior, Mason Ludwig, who's been out for the last four games with a shoulder injury. So to make this run right now, we're excited. We're excited to still be playing.
Yeah, a lot of teams are in this position as well, just to still be in it, still be playing, And, in my knowledge, if you're there in a game, like if no matter who you're going up against, you have a chance to win. And, Carrollton, 21-4, and you guys defeated them way earlier in the season as well. But, different stage, of course, in the district semifinals. What was it like going into that matchup? Like, were you a little nervous, or were you a little confident because you beat them, but it was like the third game in the year? Were
Yeah,
you just planning differently, or?
didn't even watch the film this time around because their best two players didn't play.
Okay.
Rinkus, their point guard, he was a District 5 Player of the Year, and their shooter, they didn't play against us the first time. They were out with the flu. And after we beat them in early December, I think they ran off 18 straight wins.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't even look at that. We didn't even talk about that game, look at that game, because they're a totally different team with those two guys. I mean, they
Yeah.
were our two, guys we had to stop. It was a great game. We didn't play great offensively. Carrollton's really good on defense, but we
Mhm.
stepped up. We got some gutsy stops we had to, and that was a really big win for our young team.
Yeah, pulling that out. 47-43. Like, you look at that score and you just think, yeah, this was close the whole game. And what were the plays that you just kind of pulled out and that eventually got you on top for good? Like, were there quick in transitions or like steals or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we like to get out in transition. We like to
Yeah.
score, and they shut that down. They did a good job. They're well coached. We struggled on offense. We struggled to crack their defense all night. We jumped out early. I think we were up 15-10 in the first quarter, and then we didn't really get it going until late in the fourth. We were down 9 in the third, but we've been there before. And I think the schedule we played this year, this is probably the toughest schedule in my 13 years coaching here. I think it got us ready for that game. We stuck together and just got it done. And when you get to playoff basketball, especially in the East District, there's not a lot of points going around.
No, no.
Yeah,
And there's probably not going to be much in this next game too to keep it close. This team, Marysville, the
yeah,
Panthers, they've only lost one game all year. In the game they only lost by 2. So I know you guys are really going in and just doing your film watching and stuff like that. And you know I've talked to coaches before who are in these positions where they're like not necessarily favored in the game. Like, I talked to the Hallam coach before they played Mentor, and even though they lost in that game, they only lost by 2. So they there's different switches that can be definitely turned on in these games. Hallam did it. I've seen Badger do it. Now what do you guys have to do just to turn that switch on? Who cares who we're playing? It's a different game, anybody can win, anybody can lose type of deal. We just got to focus on like major things.
Yeah, I mean, our kids got great attitudes. We respect everyone. We respect Maysville, but we're not fearful of anyone. So we'll go out and play. We don't care what their record is. I know they're extremely good. They're 7th in the state, but Carrollton was 9th in the state. So, we're coming off that win with some momentum. I didn't think we'd get here this year. I knew we were going to be good. Our JV team was like 19-1 last year. So I knew we had some guys coming in, but we lost 9 or 10 seniors from last year's team. So these are all new guys besides Mason. So to get here this year, get some experience, and go down there and try to win. That's our mindset. We're not going to change up what we're doing. We're not going to change up how we play. We're going to do it our style and try to do it our way and get a district championship.
Yeah, and like you said, you didn't think you guys were going to get there. So you had some surprises this year as well. When did it start coming into your mind like, hey, this team's not like what I expected, and we got a good chance? Did this happen recently, or were you pretty confident, like maybe halfway through the season or so?
It's funny. Mike Brown, great reporter in our area, covers a lot of games in the. He was at the Alliance game. We played pretty well against Alliance. I think we ended up losing by 10 once they made some foul shots. But we made a great comeback. We had 9 threes in the fourth quarter. I saw some lineup stuff that we might be able to work on, some styles that we might be able to change. And I told him I don't want to, take Coach Prime's stuff, but I told him we're coming. I wasn't sure if it was going to be now or next year, but I think it's going to be now. And we started to play good. We lost one up to Warren. They're on another level, but we're starting to get all our guys back. We had, one of our better players missed 12 games during the regular season, and we're starting to click. We're playing good. We're tough to stop because we don't really have a main scorer. We've had 9 guys lead us in scoring this year in a single game. So as long as the ball's moving, we'll be all right.
I love teams like that where you don't really have your main guy. You have, like you said, 9 guys leading and scoring. Like, that's awesome. I mean, you can rely on any one of them to get going. A lot of teams base their team around the one player who can really go out. Well, your team, you got 9 guys who you can just revolve around, and your bench players as well. And you know what? They're young, like you said. Your freshman team. So what? A bunch of sophomores.
We play probably half sophomores, half juniors, and we have 1 senior. He's out right now.
So I mean, you got a lot of these guys coming back next year. So I bet you're pretty excited about that. Like the run you're making now. Like, hey, we got these guys coming back. So you don't have that. You don't have that uncomfortable feeling in your stomach. We got to do it now. We have to do something now because all these guys are leaving. But I mean, I know like you are still trying to do it now, but the weight is lifted a little because, hey, these guys are going to improve. And, look, I mean, they're definitely becoming more mature now with this playoff run they've got now. And, say like if you don't get it, like that's really going to sink in their heads, and they're going to be a team to watch next year because they got something to accomplish. Then they got something on their list that they want to check off. So this year, you guys look like you're having some fun, and which has been a huge benefit for a bunch of teams. So I always ask this question, and I've gotten some pretty good answers from this. So, like, obviously you guys are having fun, 17-7 record. What have you done to like incorporate that? Like, I get a lot of coaches saying they do team dinners or anything, but anything out of the ordinary. Believe me, if you say anything weird, believe me, I've heard a coach tell me that their girls team have played duck goose. So,
yeah, you got to, man. The basketball season is a long season. We started, I think, officially November 1st. That doesn't include off season training. So we're going on our 4th month. So we've cut practice down a little bit. We don't go as long as we did in November, December. We went out last night and ate dinner. So we try to do that about once a week. Just have fun. It's a close group of kids. We like being around. The coaching staff likes being around them. So we like to have fun. Play shooting games at practice, and we just can't be going as hard as we did in November, December. But as far as the district semis, our district finals. I just wanted these guys to get a taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the atmosphere in the district semifinals was unreal, and then tomorrow night's going to be unreal. So just get a taste of it. So, if we win, great. If we happen to lose, they got a taste of it and they know what it takes, because we have to have a great off season no matter what happens tomorrow night.
Yes, and like I like the idea of like not pushing them as hard. Like they know what they got to do. They're prepared. They're well prepared for it. You don't need to over push them. I like that. Shorten the practices up. You don't want to outwear your kids. They're like you said, sophomores and juniors. I feel like the shortened practices gives them more time to actually think about what to do than like actually be in practice.
You
Like
think they would like it, Matt, but they hate it.
yeah. I'm
They
sure.
hate. I mean, when I break down all this stuff and I talk and we're doing this, we're doing that, they just want to play. They're basketball players that just want to play. So I still got to keep that in mind. Still make sure we're keeping it fresh and keeping on our routine and keeping our rhythm going. But we do a lot of shooting drills. They like doing shooting drills into practice. Coaches jump in there, see who's the best shooter in the day.
Yeah.
But we got some shooters, man. So I'm getting beat up pretty good this year.
Okay. What about your defensive side? Do you do any defensive drills like press or anything like that in practice?
Yeah, we change it up. We do it. We change it up. We trap a good amount. We've run some zone. We run some man-to-man. We have a nice group of kids that know their roles. So we have two really good on-ball defenders, and we have some kids that know how to play the help side. So it's the same thing on offense. I have two really good ball handlers and three really good shooters, and we're starting to find our roles. So you want to talk about where the season maybe changed a little bit is maybe some kids were unsure of what their role was on the team, and now they're seeing it and playing off of it.
Yes. So, Coach, I know we're running out of time here. I want one more question for you, and then we'll get you on your way. What more goals do you have to accomplish on this team? Whether even if you go in and drop the game, what goals do you want to accomplish more for this team? Have you accomplished them already, and you're just going out and putting more extra stuff on the table, or do you got certain things that you still want you and this group of boys to accomplish?
But we want to win district title.
Yeah.
We talked about it. There's, whatever happens after that happens, but our goal is to win district championship. We're over 3 in, last 13 years in the district finals. We've been blessed to play. Tomorrow will be our 4th. We need to get over that hump and see if we could, we've been getting to the districts on a consistent basis, but we want to get over that district championship hump.
Yes, I definitely feel that you go and play 3 times and not get it. I definitely feel that. I've seen some coaches go through that, and I've seen coaches go through that and actually win it, and it's really a great moment. And but I wish you luck tomorrow. I'll be keeping an eye on you, and we might have to bring you on here again if you.
Hopefully I'm back next week.
All right. Well, sounds good,
Thanks.
Coach. I'll let you get going. All right. Have a good day.
Yep. See ya.